Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Disqualified. I'm Trent, joined as always by Caleb.
Hola.
And Zach, as always, is behind the camera.
Top of the morning. You can't tell, but he's wearing a newsboy cap.
Yeah.
It's my Sheamus cosplay.
All right. Skipping past that, we're talking about Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
So, quite a bit happened.
Decent bit. Both in the match department and in the promo department, a lot of stories moved along. We're still chugging, though. We still got 2 months till Mania, so...
Yeah, 2 months to right all the fucking wrongs that are happening. We'll get into it later in this episode. The ending of the episode kind of was shit because something started to happen and then it cut.
Yeah.
So
where's that extra half hour, Netflix?
Yeah, you're not beholden to any actual times, so you should go over if something's happening in the ring. But unfortunately, that is neither here nor there. So Monday Night Raw,
we open. How we've opened for like the past 5 weeks.
Yeet Man enters through the crowd.
Yep.
He doesn't even get a moment of mic time.
Nope.
As when he goes to grab his mic, the crowd chants one more time.
Yep.
He goes to the top rope, and then weirdly he exits the ring, gets on the announce table, and then Gunther comes by and fucking murders him.
Yep, fulfill his
Throwing
promise.
his jacket at a little kid, by the way, in the crowd, which was hilarious.
Pat McAfee dodged.
Yep. So Gunther comes out, destroys Jay, and hits like 3 power bombs.
Yes, as we said earlier, Jay got murdered.
Yeah. So Gunther's walking up the ramp.
Yep.
Jay gets the mic, and Jay says, "You know what? I'm probably going to regret saying this. I probably shouldn't say this. But you, me, WrestleMania world title."
Yep.
So
Jay has picked his opponent.
Jay has picked his opponent, which means it is likely either Julia or Tiffany for Charlotte, because they rarely do the 2 winners same show.
Yeah. Yeah. But that, except for 2023's, but that's because the winner was on the opposite show of the title he was going after.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about Brock's win. That was a shit win. No, that was the different one. That's a different one.
Yeah, I'm talking about every time Cody's won, because he was technically a Raw star, but going after the SmackDown title.
I forgot that he won. I didn't forget that he won 2 in a row. I just try to block that from my memory because that's a waste of a Rumble match.
Yeah, but this also,
and then The Rock almost ruined it. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't like the Cody story.
yeah. But speaking of Cody, Jay picking his opponent confirms that the Elimination Chamber is to select the WrestleMania contender for Cody's title.
All right, now before we get further into the show, I want to ask you a question that's been posited on Twitter. So, it is revealed that people internally are unsure if they want to go with CM Punk versus Rollins versus Reigns. Some people want to add Punk to Cena's main event with Cody. So, these are the worlds I'm going to present to you. World A, you get Cody versus Cena, and then Rollins, Reigns, and Punk in the triple threat. Or Cena, Cody, and Punk versus... And then you get Rollins versus Reigns as a singles event.
That's the thing, is that I like the Rollins and Reigns settling their beef one-on-one. Let this freaking almost 12-year-long story finally hit its climax. But I don't like Punk in a triple threat. I see it. I see him doing that, especially because him and Cena are friends and rivals.
So you see Punk finding his way into the Mania match between Cody and Cena.
He has that favor from a very powerful political force, Paul Heyman.
He does have that favor.
I think this just means Punk might take that pin. I mean, Punk's taking the pin in either of the matches, I think.
Yeah.
Punk takes the pin, Cena wins.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my head booking. That's my head canon.
Another thing I see happening, I feel like, because I've also seen this discussion on the internet a lot, I feel like they're reeling back the Cena win till SummerSlam. Let him win a contendership singles match first to break the loser streak, and then cash in the hype at SummerSlam.
I don't know. I think the better way to break the streak is go through 5 people in one match. But no, I can see what you're saying with SummerSlam, it being a 2-night event. But here's the thing, though. If Cena doesn't win, so in your head, does Cena lose at Mania to Cody, or does he not even make it out of the chamber?
In my head, with that SummerSlam scenario, he doesn't win the chamber.
All right, so who faces Cody at Mania?
Punk.
That is a boring story. Just him versus Punk straight up. I'm sorry. It's been teased. It looks cool. No. Cody's just gonna win. Who do you turn heel in that rivalry? Punk is over. And Cody's over. So who do you turn heel? Cena can do the semi-heel gimmick because he has the Doctor of Thugonomics.
I think with the 2 Rumble promos from this year and last year they've shown, neither of them needs to turn heel. It's just both of them have something to prove storyline. Because Punk both these years had said I'm gonna be the one who ends your story. And Cody's just I'm gonna prove that I belong here, that I deserve to be champion, that I'm the best.
Interesting. I mean,
none of them's fully heel, none of them's fully face, honestly, but it's just 2 unstoppable forces.
No, Cody is fully face.
Yeah.
Cody is fully face. Punk's the person I could see towing the line. He could be a tweener. Cody, with his company man gimmick, he is never going to be a heel. And that's the thing I kind of fear with them going down the semi-Cena route for him in terms of, I mean, it's not them booking all these things. It's probably him saying, I want to do everything that Cena did. You become too beloved and you can't turn heel. You can't make more interesting stories. You're stuck at this white meat babyface. And if that's what they want to do with Cody, that's what they want to do with Cody. I would like to see at least one more heel run from him. Punk, you can turn him heel very easily.
Yep.
Just pair him with Heyman.
Yep.
And have Heyman politic for everything. And that's how you do it. I don't know. I see Cena still winning the chamber. But then again, we don't even have the full field.
No.
I think we have 2 more people to fill.
Yep.
We'll get to who advances for the men's and women's later on in the show.
Yep.
Men's is the main event. Yeah, okay.
Yep, but our first match of the night is a little grudge match. A tag team match between Damage Control, consisting of Io Sky and Dakota Kai, versus Judgment Day.
Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
Yep.
Before this match, we see Rhea talk with Io, saying, I'm sorry I cost you. And then Io is like, I'm going to see you at Mania. And that's the promo.
Yeah.
Then we get into this match, which I think, oh fucking boy, was a match of the night.
Yes.
It's either this or Lyra and Bailey.
Yes.
But oh my fucking god, these two teams hooked.
Yep. And I commented like, dang, Dakota got out of concussion protocol quick.
She did, and then Liv dealt with a minor head injury by getting busted the fuck open on her eyebrow.
Yep. Because Raquel
She
was
was
using her as a
bleeding.
wrecking ball, and
Yeah, she was bleeding. Pretty much how this match ended was Io and Liv gave us a proto one-on-one match.
yes.
Because Raquel and Dakota were taken out. And then we get an over the moonsault that gets countered.
Yep.
But Io counters the counter.
Yep. Grabs the leg.
Yep. Was this won by a roll-up? I can't remember if it was a roll-up or if it was an actual finisher.
It was an actual, like...
Over the moonsault?
Yeah.
Okay.
They went double roll-up, finisher, pin.
Yeah. She did her little, like, jump up boot stomp to set up the over the moonsault.
Yeah, but oh my fucking god. This match cooked.
Yep.
It cooked.
Yep.
Like, there's no other way to go about it.
Nope.
Here's the thing that is so difficult with how WWE books things, right? So, now, the people that have a guaranteed number one contendership just lost to another team.
Yep. And
I feel like the team that just beat the other team should now face them for a number one contendership opportunity.
And the person entering the chamber took the pin.
Yeah. So, we'll get into that later, because I think that comes about way later in the show, actually. This follow-up segment.
Yes.
But, yeah, so Io pins Liv, if we didn't make that clear. And then we cut to what next?
Then we have some promo stuff, including a little Penta promo talking about how he's sick of Ludwig and Pete Dunne a little bit, and it's confirmed later in the night that next week he does have a one-on-one versus Pete Dunne. But we also get a promo in an interview segment with Ludwig saying, like, he's also kind of sick of the ego of Penta being like, you came in thinking you're a house, and I mean, I showed that you're not indestructible. And Pete Dunne interrupts the interview being like, I didn't ask for any help, and I don't want any next week.
Yeah, I think we might get... Is Penta's first Mania a triple threat? Do you see them dragging this out, or do you see Penta actually feuding with someone going into Mania?
I don't know. Because getting Penta in Mania does make sense.
It's his first year in the company. It's his first Mania.
Yes, and he is.
They're marketing him as a huge star.
Yeah. I could see this being a triple threat.
Or do we see him versus Braun? Nah, we don't see that. We see
Nope.
someone else versus Braun.
Yep, because after this match, we get that promo. But first, the match that is after all this promo stuff is your Women's Elimination Chamber qualifier match for the night.
Lyra Valkyria, your Women's Intercontinental Champion, versus Bailey.
Who is part of at moments that this Raw episode was taking place, triple threat.
Triple threat at Vengeance Day.
Yep.
And for the NXT Women's Championship.
Yep.
And oh my god. So they showed Roxanne in the crowd. And earlier in the night, they also showed Ivy was in wrestling gear.
Yep.
So it was like, okay.
Someone's interrupted.
You have a way out of this match, booking everyone strong. They didn't need to.
No.
These two tore the fucking roof off the building. If you weren't hyped after the first match, you were hyped after this match. That's for damn sure.
Yep.
Geez,
it without any interruptions, just clean victory It's by a convincing roll-up.
Yeah, Bailey picks up the win and is heading into your Elimination Chamber match.
Yep. So the 4 confirmed female stars after the deciding factor of this match are Liv Morgan, Bailey,
Bianca Belair,
and one more SmackDown. Oh, Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss.
Yes.
And then next week, we get the final 2, or this week, we get one of the final 2.
Yep. And Naomi versus
Piper Niven.
Yep.
And then it is Roxanne versus Raquel next Raw.
Yep.
I think I know who's advancing in both matches.
Yeah.
They could swerve us with the Roxanne one though. The Naomi one is pretty.
Yeah.
Naomi's winning.
Yeah.
Naomi's going to the chamber.
Unless for some reason SmackDown is where they decide to bring Jade back.
Oh my God! What if that's the new security? No, the new security detail was supposed to be Blair Davenport, but then for some reason, let's just cut her. Let's just cut her. Yeah, poor Blair Davenport.
Yeah.
But yeah, so moving on from this, we get the phenomenal
Yep.
AJ Styles. He returns, has his old music, which is great.
Yep.
None of that new Def Rebel bullshit.
Nope.
So he comes out and he basically says, look, this is the reaction you get that you want from an injured star returning, not what happened with Charlotte Flair. AJ Styles came out and he was showered with praise.
Yep.
He is just heaps and heaps of cheering for
Yep.
him. He's like, look, when I injured my knee last, I thought that was it.
Yep. Because
Not gonna lie.
Because that injury has taken out many athletes.
Mm-hmm. He said, but then I woke myself up, hobbled myself to the mirror, and looked in it and said, I have gas left in the tank. And
he moving like it.
He moving like it. So he's talking, and then here comes the Judgment Day. Yeah, so Dom and Carlito come out. Always love to see Carlito on my screen. Dom and Carlito come out. Dom's like, look, just hang it up, pretty much. He's pretty much saying, put the fries in the bag.
Yep.
And then Styles retaliates with a over-the-head Pele kick.
Yep.
To Carlito.
But he pulls a little nostalgia thing of like, oh, cool, you're out here by yourself trying to be your own man, but I just gotta ask one question. Wait, where's Damien? Wait, where's Rhea?
No, he asked, where's Rhea?
Yeah.
And then he pretty much, AJ Styles ends his promo saying, you're nothing but Rey Mysterio's punk ass little kid.
Yeah.
That gets Dom fired up. I think, does Carlito push Dom aside to go in for Styles? Or
I think they were just. I think they were trying to gain up on him because I think Dominic got dropped. Carlito was trying to play defense.
Over the head Pele kick. Dom sets Styles up for the 619. He goes run across the ring and he almost gets hit with a phenomenal forearm.
Yep.
Because Styles was ready for it.
Yeah, but instead he baseball slide dodges, and AJ's like, you know what? Carlito's here.
Yep. Does he hit the Styles Clash on him?
No, he hits a normal punch to get him on the ground to set up the phenomenal forearm. Yeah. No Styles Clash here.
And that segment ends, but not before we see him and Braun Breaker in the back.
Yep. Because
eyeing each other up.
Yep. AJ Styles goes to Adam Pearce asking like, hey, I want that Punk Mysterio in a one-on-one. And then Pearce is like, you got it. I'll go make it official in my office. And when he leaves, Braun decides to walk in the frame.
Yep. And they just stare each other down. I don't believe any words were exchanged.
No.
And that's how you... when you have the right people, that is how you build interest. You don't even have to say a fucking word. People know the connotation between these two.
They turned the crowd mics on and everyone was like, oh.
Yeah, so Styles having history with his uncle, Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
Rick is his dad. Scott Steiner in TNA. Everyone, of course, wants to see this match happen. I think this is the person that takes the IC title off of him.
That'd be good.
I think this is the person that takes it off of Braun. If it's not him, I want Tyler Bate to do it.
Yeah.
Big, strong boy, come back soon. He is medically cleared, so he should be coming back soon.
Yeah. If AJ does take it, that means, because Sheamus is going to rerun going for the IC title, that means we could have a Styles versus Sheamus match too, which would cook.
It's either going to be Styles and Braun at Mania, or it's going to be Sheamus and Braun at Mania, I think.
Yeah.
I think either way, Braun loses his title at Mania to either move him over to SmackDown for the U.S. title scene, or just take the big leap and go straight to main event status.
They teased the world title status back when he first lost the IC title.
I think when he loses, he goes on to Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Or he's in the next King Queen of the Ring tournaments. If they're doing that this year.
Yeah.
Don't know yet. They haven't really announced those.
No. Yeah.
We do know that they are looking at a show in France, I believe.
Yeah.
And it just makes perfect sense to have Styles be a champion. Because when he was there last time, he got fucking cheered out the building, but he was a heel. So he couldn't even react.
Yep.
He had to act like he didn't care.
Yep. And we have another promo of Seth freaking Rollins getting interviewed about the people in the chamber, seeing how next Monday he has a match versus Finn Balor. Speaking of which,
Finn Balor appears. A wild Finn Balor appears. He basically says, look, you're cocky. You got to get through me.
Yep.
Like, we haven't even had our match.
Yep. Yeah. Some stuff that Seth dropped, though, being like, listen, I got unfinished business with Punk. I'll settle that in the chamber. And then when I win it, I've got some unfinished business with Cody, being like, ooh.
Why do I kind of see Punk screwing Seth out of his match? Because that's just a perfect way to segue into Mania if those are their plans.
Yeah. I kind of like Seth in the chamber because not only is Punk there, but Drew's also there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, this is going to be an all-star chamber match. I have Seth winning. I'm just thinking in my head, it would be funny.
This is the way you finalize
heel.
the Seth heel turn.
You screw him out of a chamber qualifier. You screw him out of Mania. And then you have him pop out of nowhere in the chamber and take out Punk.
What? Yeah.
It's happened before. Now the grading is different on the floor where you can't just pop it up.
Yeah.
Like an access.
You gotta wait for someone to be walked out during elimination so the door is open.
Mm-hmm. Or you try to squeeze your way through the gaps on the top and climb down.
Yeah.
Never seen someone do that because it's stupid as fuck.
Yep.
But hey, it could happen. It's WWE. They've done dumber.
Yep.
They had an old lady gave birth to a hand.
Yep.
Yeah, that's an actual storyline. They also had Triple H disguised as Kane imitate having sex with a dead body.
WWE has had its weird moments.
No, that sounds like Triple H.
And then Kane also electrocuted Shane McMahon's testicles.
Well, that's just Kane on a regular Tuesday night.
Well, it was a Monday, but close.
Yeah. Speaking of Mania stuff or / Elimination Chamber stuff, we cut to the hallway where Damage Control is happy that they won it, and then Rhea approaches them and tells Io, like, look, I don't hand out matches lightly, but I feel like I do kind of owe you one, so I talked with Adam Pearce and it's official. The Monday after Chamber, one-on-one between you and me for my championship.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I want Liv Morgan to get involved. If you're not going to give us Io versus Rhea at Mania, just make it a triple threat. Just make it a triple threat.
That's what a lot of people on the internet are saying.
You can't, like, you definitely screwed the fucking pooch with this one. Io versus Rhea was literally being debated about coming out of last year's Mania. You had a whole year to build up this story, or fuck it, Bianca versus Rhea. And it looks like we might just get, if Io doesn't get inserted back, Rhea versus Liv 4.
Wait. Yeah, wait. Hold on. SummerSlam, which is where the turn happened. The DQ rematch because of Raquel return, and then the Raw premiere, so 4.
Yeah.
I thought we were done with this.
Yeah, I thought we were done. I'm not interested in this rivalry if that's where it's going.
No. Rio won clean.
Yeah. They're just fucking up Raw's whole side for Mania, in my opinion. Now they've course corrected with Jay taking on Gunther, because that means Charlotte and Rhea is not going to happen again, so that's cool. Yeah. But you are just... Why are you shooting yourself in the foot? And then saying someone else shot you? Yeah. Who shot Hannibal? Wasn't Eric Andre. That's for damn sure. She says while he's holding a smoking gun.
Yeah. But speaking of Judgment Day...
Yeah.
We cut to their clubhouse.
Yeah. Finn basically just comes in complaining. He says, "This is what happens when you don't listen to me." Well, guess what? You weren't around for the past 2 weeks to be listened to, you dumbass.
Yep. And Dominic does bring up that with JD on injury leave that...
They need a new member.
Yep.
All right. Speculation time, ladies and gentlemen. Is it Aleister Black?
I hope the fuck not.
That's what someone on Twitter was saying. I don't know who it's gonna be.
No. Aleister Black ain't the worst option, especially if they play to the angle of you're kicking Finn out with this new member.
NXT call-up?
Who, though?
Stark?
No. Starks is staying in NXT because the men's division is stale right now.
Yeah.
Like, they need a new star.
Yeah. Ethan?
No, not Ethan Page. He would not fit with this group.
No.
Logan? No. Like, so I watched Chris Van Vliet's podcast with Carlito. And Carlito said he would love to work with his brother again. I don't know if he bring his brother into this group. Yeah. Watch them curveball us and it be Solo.
Dang.
No, I don't
you
know.
Joke about Logan, but there have been like internal pencilings of like, do we want to make him and Dom the most heated tag team ever?
No, because that means they have to win the tag titles, and I hate to see a title on Logan Paul. I mean, it would work for the tag division because those bitches never get defended anyways. I mean, they got defended tonight, but
yeah.
Everyone was talking about what if they swerve us and AJ Styles kicks Finn out the group, but then like you're turning AJ heel when this is supposedly his last run.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Fuck it. Bring Cope back. Sorry, Edge. Bring Edge back. No. Bring Cope back and have him stick with Cope for his dumbass decisions. No, I don't know who they add.
No.
Like, it would have been a perfect slot. This is what I have in my universe because this is before Carlito got added to the game.
Mm-hmm.
I had Dijak being Dom's bodyguard.
Yeah.
Because it's a big guy, he can move. That's kind of what you want for a heater, which is what a bodyguard is to get heat on someone because you can't touch them. I thought that would work, but then, they let Dijak go. So there's that. I just don't know. Like, you would probably want a big guy to join this group next to give them some much needed muscle, because none of the men are muscle.
Due to the fact that the rest of his faction got released recently.
Carrion's the one person I could see fitting, but I think he'd want to be the leader.
Yeah.
And then also the women have to contend with Scarlet, and I don't know if there's going to be any heat there. Like, not legit heat, but just rivalry-wise.
Yeah. Some people are saying on the internet, just disband this group. It's run its course.
Yeah, no, disband it, definitely. If you want to go with Liv and Raquel as teammates, do that. Because your tag division is now looking even more stale after getting rid of one half of a tag team. So you're going to need someone to slot in there.
Mm-hmm.
With the additions of Jordan Grace running NXT, you're going to get some new main roster women. So that you need more people in the women's division going after singular titles. And then with the men, there's going to be like 2 call-ups, I think. That's like Trick and Ethan, I think.
Yeah.
So you need... I need to see Mysterio on his own.
Yeah.
I just need to see... Ever since he's been in the business, he's been with someone or with a group. He came in, he was with his dad. Then he left and joined the Judgment Day. And now... he is... I think this is the perfect time to strike and break up the group.
Yeah. People want to see him on a official solo run too. Like, they want to see him go after the IC title.
Mm-hmm. But then the thing is, where do people like Carlito and JD go? Carlito can very easily slide over to SmackDown.
Yeah.
After Mania. He's just another body in the mid-card division. And if you want to book him to lose, I think he's pretty much said in the interview that he understands his role at this point.
Yeah.
And put over the young talent. Make the young guys stars.
I get you're probably going to hate this, but I see JD and Finn still staying a tag team.
Oh, no, I see that. But let's say Finn, if they're actually doing the proposed push that they're going to do this year, and he gets the singles title in that time, what happens with JD?
I don't know.
Does JD just come back and be his sidekick? Yeah, like, it's hard to break up a group when people are injured. And I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird situation for Judgment Day.
Him and Dominic could be rivals in the IC scene, being like...
That's what I want to see.
The group broke up while I was injured, but who was my tag partner in the match I got injured in? They could play that angle.
Also, they're actually starting to get us to feel bad for Dom when it comes to how Finn talks to him. He said, "You got my partner injured." No! He didn't tell JD's dumbass to do a fucking over-the-head moonsault. No one told him to do that.
He saw an opportunity, took it. It just ended badly.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's pretty much our Judgment Day section. I think this was before Liv even got attended to, so you still see that big-ass gash on her eyebrow.
And then CM Punk, right before our main event, cuts a promo, basically talking about the Chamber. He shoots fire at John Cena, being like, "You pulled some politics to get in the Chamber. I actually had to qualify." Meaning I don't have as much ring runs. I got some prep in against what's expected in that cage, and I'm ready for it. Are you?
Yeah. I mean, I hope he's ready for Jacob Fatu. I hope everyone's ready for Jacob Fatu. Like that, when he gets added to the Chamber on Friday, if they go with that route, there are some internal discussions that I've seen for a Mania match, potentially. And there's already people that hate it internally because negative online criticism.
Are you talking about the Priest versus
Drew match?
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see them rerun it, but it does conflict with bigger, more cinematic storylines.
We'll get into Priest later, probably Friday, because I do have some thoughts about Priest's time in the main event scene and how I think it actually has to go to get him fully over and believable as a face champion. But I'll save that for when we cover SmackDown, because this match will happen on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But Punk comes out, pretty much says he's ready for Mania. He's ready to main event Mania.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it. Then we get Rey Mysterio coming down for the main event match.
Yep.
And
I think
Logan comes out first.
Yep, he interrupts Punk.
And then we get a little tease at potentially Punk Logan.
Yep, but it's funny how so many stars, because Logan just doesn't show up to work, didn't show up to work before he got contracted to Raw and is switching to full time. We don't believe you. But he comes out and Punk has a look of confusion of like, who?
Oh no, I think that is fully the writers, maybe, poking fun at Def Rebel for being so shit at their jobs. Legitimately, half the crowd reactions for Rumble were delayed because you couldn't tell who was coming out.
Yes.
That is a bad sign.
Yeah, but now Def Rebel has been released.
No, they haven't.
Not yet?
No.
Dadgummit.
You think of iconic themes. The Gong. The opening hits to Shawn Michaels' theme. The glass shattering. If You Smell. No one has that now. Certain people have it. There is This Is My Brutality for Rhea.
Yep.
You got the symbols for Cena. You got the static for Punk. You got Burn It Down for Rollins.
Yep. And Logan Paul's AO is kind of a tell. Yeah, it is kind of a tell, but it's just...
Well, I mean, let's just say it to a casual fan. There's the AO, and then there's also Pat McAfee's Let's Go. Those could be misinterpreted if you actually don't know who is who.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get this little promo battle.
Yep.
Ray comes out.
Yep.
Punk goes to leave.
Yeah, fist bumps Punk.
Mm-hmm.
And then after commercial, we cut to our match.
Yeah, pretty decent match.
Yeah.
Standard Logan Paul match. Nothing. He hit flashy moves, but it's easy when you're working with a man as tiny as Ray to do the powerful moves that he did.
Yes.
And he hit his new finisher called the Pulverizer.
Yep, where he sets him up with his Superman punch and then picks him up. Backbreaker.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Logan Paul is moving on to your Elimination Chamber match.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, and then here comes the murky ending. We see, right as Logan Paul is walking up the ramp, the New Day start to jump Ray, and then it cuts.
Yeah.
They murdered an old man on TV and no one saw it.
Yeah. In-house, after the cameras cut, some people were able to record it from the audience. Dragon Lee makes the save, but...
Yeah, so we're probably getting another tag team match, which There's been no payoff to this story so far, so
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's about it for Monday Night's Raw.
Yeah, the beginning, cooked.
The end, lackluster. More to be desired, but hey.
It was Logan Paul.
Usually, it's not like this on the road to Mania. Usually, you don't have to slog through some shows, but hey, I guess we're slogging through some shows, so...
Hey, if the pattern follows, next week's main event is going to be Rollins and Balor for free. So
Should be a good main event.
yeah.
But that is it here for us at Disqualified. This has been Caleb, Trevin, Zach behind the camera as always. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell 3 times so you know the match is over. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for your time. Peace.
Bye.